Here are 3 hip stretches for beginners. My name is Ginger Seamus. I am the founder and owner of 7 Core Wellness. I'm a master personal trainer and nutrition coach. And there are great, really deep hip stretches out there. But for some people that are so tight in their hips, it's challenging for them to do those. And so here are some beginner ones to get started with, opening up, stretching out your hips. Now, if you watch these and you find that these are not as challenging enough or too easy for you, then check out my hip stretching video for intermediate and advanced. What you're going to need is a chair, and ideally take your shoes off. Do this in your feet. We have lots of sensory muscles in our feet, and it's really great to be barefoot. So in the first stretch number 1, it's going to be a seated figure 4. So sitting on the upright, if you don't have a chair, like a bench, sturdy bench also works as well. But sitting really upright on the edge of your chair. So you've got knees right here like at 90-degree angles. You're standing up tall, not rounding in the back, but have the spine elongated. And what you're going to do is you're going to take an ankle across your knee. You may need to help yourself get that ankle across that knee, and then you can may need to help support it to stay there because you could be so tight in those hips. So then once you get into this position, what you're going to do is you're going to hinge at the hips and kind of with your and lean forward. Not rounding. We're not rounding the spine. Keep the spine straight. Just lean yourself forward a little bit, and it may not take very much, and you're going to start to feel a stretch there in the back of your leg, there in the hip area. So again, it's upright, tall, hold it, lean over, hold that stretch for about 10 to 30 seconds. Give it a hold. Then come right back up. And then you can switch and go to the other side. Lean forward. Oh, this one's tighter. You may find that one side's a little more challenging for you than the other one. It's one side's tighter than the other. That's usually the case. We're not usually completely balanced on one side versus the other. All right, okay, so release for that stretch. For stretch number 2, you're going to use the chair again, or really sturdy. You could even do it maybe on a table. You don't want to be too high, but you need to have space on either side. So something that's maybe 18 to 2 feet apart width is because you want to be able to put your hands on either side of it. So standing in front of your chair, you're going to hinge at the waist. You're going to grab your hands along the side of your bench or chair. And then I want you to step back your feet 1 foot at a time if you can, and be able to now you're kind of actually in a plank position. And so then what I want you to do is you're going to take a foot and you're going to bring it by this a hand. So bring it right so it's next to where that, in line with that hand. And you feel it in the inside of your legs. If you want to get a little more intense, you could even open up. If you feel like you can balance yourself and support yourself enough with your hands, you can open up your arms. Now make sure those hands, one thing I didn't mention is make sure your chest is right over where your hands are. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your palms are underneath your shoulders. Now be sure we're not dipping down like this. Nope, I don't want that. You might even be getting a stretch in the back of the calf, which can be beneficial for this too. All right, and then you're going to walk that foot back, and then you're going to switch and bring the other foot forward. Try to keep the heel of the toe, the heel of the foot and back up. Don't let it drop down. We're not wanting to open up the hip this direction. And so again, having that foot right by your hand, having your chest over the chair, palms underneath your shoulders. You can open up if you want to. This is one of my ladies' favorites. She really enjoys doing this one. And so you could stretch for 10 to 30 seconds each side, or you could go a little side to side, go back and forth if you need to, also to help. And you might get a little deeper each time you do that. All right, so that's exercise number 2. For exercise number 3, working a little bit more of now of opening up the front of the hip. You're going to stand, feet together. Oh, I mean, they're not like close together, but feet are about hip distance apart. I want you to step one foot back, and then, so you're stepping, you're opening up here, and then you're going to take that same arm, and I want you to open up. You're going to lean back a little bit, and so you're opening up right in here, right in this hip area, and reaching. Good, and then after holding for 10 to 30 seconds, bring those feet back to next to one another. Step the other foot back. First, get yourself in this position. All the weights here in this front leg. I want the heel back up in the back foot. You're on those toes. This helps work with balance. You could use a chair if you need to. Use a chair to help you if you need it for maintaining your balance, okay? And then lean back just to open up that front. We just sit so much during the day and we're so rounded. We need to work on things that are opening up. So there you go. There are 3 stretches for you to give it for a try for helping to open up your hips. If these again get too easy for you, be sure to check out the intermediate and then the advanced videos. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe so you can know when other videos are coming out. And if I can help you any, please reach out to me at 7corewellness.com. I wish you nothing but the best in your health and wellness.